Hey there you, and welcome to the battlefield of KURSK. Only this time we're adding a distinct Warhammer 40k flavor to it. So you can see here, we've got basilisks, we've got Leman Russies, we've got gun emplacements here, we've got lots and lots of heavy weapons and trench lines and lots of dug-in positions for the Imperial Guard to defend. We've even got a couple of commissars on the line trying to help them out with their morale here. Now the Chaos are going to be trying to break through these defensive lines here with a gigantic mechanized assault involving chimeras, corrupted Leman Russies, and of course blood-packed stormtroopers here. The Cadians, however, are going to be trying to hold this defensive position at all costs, trying to extract a heavy price from the Chaos. And we do have the first Chaos here arriving on the battlefield of KURSK. Things are going to get very messy from here on out. Already the Imperial Guard lines opening up. The Chaos probably can't even see most of these defensive lines here. Let's go have a look from the Imperial Guard perspective over this side. As the artillery comes raining down on the encroaching Chaos. Now the Chaos are going to get tanks pretty soon on the field here, so that's when the real defense here for the Imperials will start. At the moment though, the Chaos are experiencing what is known as Imperial Guard of firepower. Lots of last fire, plasma guns, and stubbers, heavy stubbers, you name it, it's all on that front line. We've even got a bolter emplacement or two on the rear lines here. Now you can see that the basilisks have already started opening up. I can see a Chaos Chimera just in the background over there. The Leman Russ trying to target it. Now, one thing you might notice, this is the World War II map, so there is just like World War II wreckages all over the field. You'll just kind of have to ignore the fact that there's a Tiger tank here and there. There we go. The Chimera has moved up onto the field here. Chaos Infantry moving up in the background. It's trying to lay down covering fire onto the Imperial Guard trenches. And that multi-laser is supremely effective at doing that. An artillery shell just landing in front of it there. Now, I don't actually know if the guns on the back of the Chimera work here, but that one on the front, that multi-laser is definitely doing its work. Suppressing Imperial Guard positions over there, trying to allow the rest of the blood-packed infantry to move on up. But yeah, this is going to be an absolute slaughter here, initially for the Chaos, as they try to make their initial gains here, because the artillery is just going to be hammering down upon them. Here we go, another Chimera moving up onto the field, providing cover with its multi-laser, and it's just storming past the trench line over here. Oh man, there you go, it's now becoming the target of the plasma rounds, but it is laying a lot of cover into there. The Imperials actually might end up taking some losses from this. That's it, lads. You just all stay in cover. You got a Chaos Leman Russ moving up on the flank as well now. Oh, the bailed. The troops have bailed. Look at that. The crew bailed out. Now we can see, though, that the Chaos Leman Russ on this side using its coaxials either side to lay suppression down while the turret targets the Leman Russ. Look at this. The exchange of fire between the two. Leman Russ over there is targeting this Leman Russ specifically. Now, the thing is, though, is that if this Chaos Leman Russ misses his shots, it is actually going to cause problems for the rest of the Imperial defense, because any missed shot is just going to be killing infantry and things like that, because like I said, look, and it did. Oh, it turned one guy into a little smear of paste. There's nothing left of him. But so far, the line is holding. The Imperials are doing a bang-up job. Acadia stands, ladies and gentlemen. You see that we've got multiple emplacements still up and running. So the Chaos have not done their damage yet, though. That's not to say that the Imperials are not taking losses. They definitely are. Man, my ears are actually ringing from the amount of artillery explosions just going off on these lines at the moment. So many Chaos infantry are trying to move up, but that artillery is hammering home. Here we go, another Leman Russ moving up here. I can smell its corruption from here. These guys are going to be really good at clearing out the Imperial Guard lines. Oh man, someone just got turned into chunks. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but right here, someone just got absolutely obliterated. An Imperial Guardsman stuck his head up at the wrong time, and he just got liquidated. Oh, that was a lovely shot there by one of the Chaos. Damn. Yeah, you can definitely see that the Chaos are starting to have more of an effect now as more and more tanks start to enter the field. This is a long defensive line as well, ladies and gentlemen. There's action all up and down it here. The Imperial defense doing nice. So we have got a couple of more basilisks on this side of the field also. So both of the flanks of the field should be really nicely covered by these basilisks. And the center line has way more heavy emplacements and Lehman Russes. So it's definitely going to be hard for the Chaos to push on through this. I wish there was some sort of like a statistic counter in this game, so we could see exactly how many losses the Chaos have taken so far and how many the Imperials have taken. That'd be really nice. Oh, damn, look at that. The corrupted Lehman Russ here tried to push up, but he's now been caught in a crossfire. There's 3 Lehman Russes here that are able to shoot at him. That last cannon there, just obliterating the side armor of the Chaos tank. And you can see all the infantry as well, just firing all the plasma guns at it. But yeah, the Chaos are encroaching on these Imperial lines slowly but surely here. You can see the Imperial defensive lines are taking heavy losses. There's just a lot of firepower coming out of the Chaos. So it looks like we've got a little ammo depot over here. That's going to get overrun. Yeah, I don't see any Imperial Guard defenders left alive there, unfortunately. Oh man. I absolutely love this. This game is such a spectacle. Adding the 40k mod into this, absolutely wonderful. Look at this, we've got another Lehman Russ over this side that's caught fire. The Chaos are trying to push on ever so hard here. The Central Imperial Guard defense over this side is still looking really healthy, actually. Both mortar emplacements over this side are going, so we've got one that's a little bit forward over there, and we've got one right here. And they're holding out quite nice. The Lehman Russ still operational over here. So yeah, our center line looking really healthy, at least for now. The Chaos are still pushing up though. It's really hard to know where to look as well. There's so much going on. I just love looking at the Chaos in the distance, just getting pummeled by the artillery. Looks like the Chaos have managed to clear out a lot of this trench line on the far right-hand side over here. We have got a guy with a rocket... with a rocket launcher who's trying to take out the tanks as he gets closer, but it looks like he's actually struggling to even take out that Chimera there, so I don't know what's going on here. Perhaps the Imperial Guard need to invent some better technology for anti-tank weaponry here when it comes to their infantry. Although I would imagine that the plasma guns do quite a bit of damage to the armor of a tank. Damn! That's a lovely hit on the front there. Now, as the Chaos push in further and further, they are going to come under more and more bombardment here, because the Imperial Guard heavy emplacements, some of them have a little bit of a limited range, so they're not able to shoot all the way over there. So you can see we've got things like the heavy bolter over here, which isn't shooting yet. So as the Chaos infantry move up, hopefully that'll open up on them and just start absolutely obliterating them. Again, look, heavy emplacements here. Plenty of Imperial Guardsmen still left alive. I love these Lehman Russes, man. They look so cool. Another Lehman Russ here, pushing right on up into the Imperial lines. Oh, the multi-melter then. Was that a multi-melter? I think, yeah, it is. That's a multi-melter. They're firing the multi-melter at it. Unfortunately for them, it accidentally burnt a couple of his allies right next to him. Oh man, is that? I think yeah, that actually worked though. Yeah, that's completely destroyed that tank now. It's all on fire on the inside. More and more infantry are pushing up, but look at all these carcasses. The Chaos have lost so much trying to push across this field. The Battle of Kursk in Warhammer 40k does not disappoint. I love looking at all the last fire just zipping through the air. Okay, I want to try something out. I don't normally do this. Let's just set it to night mode, just for a little bit. Just because I want to say... Oh, can we get... is there a darker night version? There we go. No. That's not right. I want to... Oh, God. There we go. That one will do. I just want to see the explosions at night. I like looking at the last fire, and it looks so much cooler at night time. You get all the lovely little flashes here. It just doesn't tend to render too well on YouTube, which is why I don't do night fights that often. It can make it a little bit more difficult for people to see, but I just wanted to see all the laser fire. It stands out way more at night. Look at all the Chaos bodies here. There's so many Chaos tanks in ruins. The last fire up and down the contact line is insane. Look at all the troops, man. They're trying to push up and they're getting hammered left, right, and center. Look at them. I love the coaxials as well, lighting up here. This Lehman Russ got really close to the line, guys. We need to take this one out. Is there a... All right, we'll put it back to daytime here. Sorry. Right, clear one. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, God, that's actually like flashbanging my eyeballs. It's so bright now. But it looks like we've actually got rid of a lot of the Imperial Guard infantry that were on the front lines. Okay, there's still a few left over this side. And we've still got that heavy bolter there. But yeah, that Lehman Russ has been doing work over this side. Oh, we've actually lost one of the basilisks as well. Oh, that's not good. The Chaos Assault is gaining momentum. And it actually looks like we've lost quite a few crewmen on this. Yeah, look, there's only one dude left on this. They normally have 4 on them. We do have 80 infantry here then. I've just seen a rocket come out of this side. Yeah, we got an 80 dude down this side. Oh, that is a terrifying sight. Look at all them Chaos moving up. We're just going to go for a nice little stroll down the combat line here. Let's just slowly move across the Imperial Guard defense. We're going to have to move back a little bit here. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, you're damn right, Imperial Guardsman. He's just shouting, look at the size of them. But I can't believe, actually, how many wrecks of Chaos tanks are out there. The Imperial Guard defense has been doing so well. I mean, you gotta... Oh, damn. That was a big old hit there. The corrupted Lehman Russ gaining a direct hit on the turret. I think, is that operational still? Are we still good to go? I mean, I just saw it move, so hopefully it's still got some life left in it. We have got another one just right next to it, though, so not all is lost if it is completely destroyed. But yeah, these central lines are holding out a lot better. Again, higher concentration of infantry over here. So it's going to be much more difficult for the Chaos to try and push on through. That was a magnificent hit there, sir. That Chimera just got obliterated by that. That was not a glancing blow. Again, we've still got lots of emplacements here. Still operational for the Imperial Guard. Let's go over to the far side. How are the basilisks on this side doing? Looking fully operational, actually, which is good. This side of the field is doing really nicely. Not taking many losses, but then again, they're not under that much of a heavy assault. Most of the Chaos now are focusing their assault on that central line, trying to break on through, using the trenches as cover rather wisely here. But there is still a lot of Imperial Guardsmen in dug-in positions, like over here. So you can see we've got a couple of plasma dudes over here. We had a guy with a grenade launcher I just noticed. Oh man, I cannot believe how many losses the Chaos are actually taking during this. Like, especially with the tanks. I would have thought by now the tanks would have overwhelmed the Imperial Guard defenders. But it doesn't seem to be the case. The Imperial Guardsmen, the Gadians, they know how to hold the ground. For God's sake, they held a floating rock through space after their planet was detonated. That's how... I always love that detail about the Battle of Cadia. As the planet was exploded and cracked, the remnants of forces still on the floating chunks of Earth, floating through space, were still fighting battles. Can you imagine what the spectacle of that must have been like? Just these giant chunks of Earth floating through space, and they're like, well, you know, we might as well keep fighting over this little chunk. It's still our chunk of Earth. Okay, so what I think we can do here, we can go ahead and put, what, let's say a 5-minute marker on the Imperial Guard defenders here now. If they can hold out for another 5 minutes under this chaos bombardment, we can go ahead and declare them the winners. Oh man, what I really want to do, actually, what I might end up doing is do this battle, but with a load of the cinematic cameras. I might set up a bunch of cinematic cameras throughout the battle, because you can get much better angles sometimes. I'm far too skittish when it comes to these games. I'm just like a little squid. I'm like, just, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. And I move the camera every 2 seconds, and it probably really annoys quite a lot of people because they're like, keep the camera still. Let me watch the battle. And my little brain just goes ping pong, ping pong. No, no, no. Let's go over here. Let's go over there. Let's go over here. Okay, this is getting ridiculous, guys. How many tanks? Oh my God, we're gonna make a baby chimera. How many tanks are we gonna have to lose over this side of the field before we start giving up on it? I mean, look at this. It is a literal graveyard. There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5, 6 tanks in this one section alone. The Chaos have not been able to push up, but what it is gonna do is give their infantry some nice cover. I mean, you know, after the fire dies down, that is. How many tanks did Chaos lost here? Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so there's at least 16 here, and I've got it set up to delete wreckages. So there's just 16 here in this wave alone that we can see that have been destroyed. So I would estimate if you multiply that, what, by, say, that's over a course of, what's the spawn wave? Over 3 minutes. So yeah, they've probably lost a good 70 to 80 tanks by now doing this assault. And the Imperial Guardsmen are still holding strong. We've still got tanks going over here. There's still troops left alive defending this position somehow. We just look at that. That's a sight and a half, that is. I love that. I think I just like seeing Imperial Guardsmen in such high detail in a game that has some at least half decent AI in a cover system. Oh my God. I really think we've actually done an excellent job here of recreating the Battle of Kursk. Obviously, the Chaos here have been playing the German side, the Imperial Guard, the Russians, which is kind of apt, really. But I think we can call this an Imperial Guard victory here today, ladies and gents. The line is still holding firmly, and the Chaos have taken stupendous losses trying to get through this. Just look at that. Oh my God. Yep, this has been a lot of fun. If you'd like to see that cinematic version of this battle, do let me know in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and do that. It shouldn't take me too long, hopefully, to make, because it's just a bunch of camera angles and triggers and things like that, so we can do that. We can even do little time lapses of it, but this has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and until next time, peace.